Hi, I'm Dennis Weeks. I work for Eagle Communications, and I do a show called Our Town, and this is my favorite place in Abilene, Kansas, the Eisenhower Presidential Library, Museum, and Boyhood Home. I am with Don Hammett, the Executive Director, and we're going to have a great time.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much. So Sam gave me this sheet for white balance here, so Dave can make sure we're white balancing well, and it's nice and blank so I can talk about anything I want to. So what's going on in your life that's fun and people need to know?
I think the most exciting thing that we have going on right now is our curator, William, and I will be traveling to Washington in about 2 weeks to go through another iteration of the exhibit design. We're refining the design and doing things like picking carpets and really detailed work now.
Well, we did the show on the flow, and such an exciting discussion for me to hear the vision that you all have laid out to educate, to inform, and to entertain. And I say it in that way because entertainment's really overblown. We're talking about the man who gave this world a second chance at freedom. So the information and to educate is so valuable. It looks like to me we're going to have a great chance to experience it over there in the museum.
We're doing a great job right now. We have our archives team and our museum team are going through all of our objects and documents to choose the appropriate pieces for the new exhibit. Perhaps we got a new donation that would fit the exhibit better than what's out there already, or you know, we've declassified new documents. Perhaps there's new documents that we could put in that'll tell the story.
So I know this camera's on and all, but this is just how I think. I'm sitting at home and this name came through my brain because of what was on the screen, and I thought, I need to schedule a time to go to the library and research that name in the Eisenhower Archives because it will be there.
Absolutely.
And who else gets to have those thoughts? Well, anybody in the world can, right?
It is open to the public.
Yeah, that's why we do these things right here, so to make us think about it. But because of my involvement with you and your institution all these years, those thoughts come regularly to me. I care about that stuff, but we can actually come do it. Well,
that's a good point. The library research room is open to the public. You make an appointment, you tell the archivist what it is you're interested in looking at. We have 26 million documents, so you don't want to just say,
thumb through them.
Yeah, you want to really refine your search a little bit. But our archivist will help you choose the appropriate collections that you need to look through. You come in, you sit down, you touch the original documents, and you do your research.
So I have an aunt and a great aunt who both served in World War II in the medical community. One was a surgical nurse in the command in England, and the other served in a separate role there. But I got to thinking about that as I saw these names, and I said, gosh, I'll bet you I can find something, send it out to their families, and that would be very cool.
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned that because we just talked this morning about having a genealogy type of educational program where one of our archivists will help people learn how to use our documents for genealogical research.
So that's something that's not changing in 2018.
No.
The ability to research. I remember sitting here interviewing over the years, and there was always almost every year a chance to say another record year for people doing research here. It just grows and grows and grows and grows. What a tremendous benefit that is to not only Abilene, to the people, for the people coming here, but frankly to the world for the information they take back.
To me, it's a wonderful, I'm going to say it differently. We had some foreign researchers recently, and they were asking about who could come and use the research room, and we were able to very proudly say that this is open to the public. This is how our American citizenry learns about their government and the day-to-day occurrences of your government.
So I really like your I Like Ike pen.
Don't you just?
That it looks like it might have a story to it.
Well, I like flashy things.
Can you tell that it changes to the face of Eisenhower when she moves it there, Dave? Very good. There we go.
So I ran across this at an antique show recently, and I thought that perhaps it was appropriate for me to wear a holographic I Like Ike button.
And one-upping my little button at the same time here.
I mean, a girl's got to do what a girl's got to do.
I guess so, that's true. Okay, so back to 2018. You're
Yes.
going to Washington, you and William,
Yes, we are.
and you're meeting with a group of people who've been working on this renovation for a while now.
For about 2 years, I guess.
Okay.
But we're looking forward to 2018. We're trying to be very strategic with our educational programming. We want to make sure that we are providing educational programming to all demographic groups in our community, perhaps people that maybe we didn't provide educational programming to in the past. We're just trying to make sure that we're doing everything that we can to provide services. One of the things that we're doing is our book club will return. Our book club was very successful last year. I came in right at the end of it, so I didn't get to participate. But we're looking for the middle of December for our book list to come out, and the book club will meet every other month on the second Monday. And the book list will be out, and the books will be for sale in our gift shop. So that's something I'm looking forward to. There's a couple of books on there that I'm interested in reading, and some of them will have a movie showing the Sunday before book club.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. We have a long history of enjoying authors who come here with their books and tell us something about how they were written, why they were written, the backstories around them. I think of Monuments Men, certainly something that created a splash nationwide. Feature-length film and all of that, but we were privileged because this is Eisenhower's home to hear that man present the backstory on that. We heard it first, I'm pretty sure.
Right, so we're trying to continue to do those types of things for our community. We think it's important to have the speaker, the writer, actually speak to you about their thought process perhaps, or their, why it is they wanted to do this.
All right, so after you come back from Washington, what's next for us in your busy beehive of employees out here? What are we going to see as the public when this change starts to occur?
Well, we're going to be trying to do some more, I want to say the word interesting is on the tip of my tongue, but that's not really it. The programming that we want to do will be holistic. I keep trying to push a sock hop. I really want to have a sock hop. But we're going to try to do things where we're pulling out pieces from our collection that maybe the public doesn't get to see very often and show those. We've instituted white glove weekends, so on Saturdays and Sundays our curators who are working on the weekends pull out some special objects and talk about them on Saturdays and Sundays. And so in 2018 we want to expand that and have just more in depth.
I could volunteer and show the general public how to put on a pair of those white gloves.
I figured you would want to, as soon as I thought of it, I thought Dennis was going to volunteer.
We've got a no vote over there already. I don't know. I just want everybody to know I'm a certified white glove guy.
Okay, well, I am pushing some sort of a weaponry, in-depth weaponry. So
we'll be here.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do that. And with full explanations along the way. I'll bring my son for that.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. What other exciting things?
We're going to continue. We're going to continue our lunch and learns. Of course, it's very popular. So continue to look for those on the fourth Thursday. I knew I was going to say third Thursday.
That and Sam going like this
gave me my
clue. Yeah.
But those are really popular, and it's exciting to see our community come together for lunch.
So can I throw something in here?
Sure.
Yes, thank you. So these events, if you've been to one and you go, there was 8 people, there were 20 people, that's not the end of these events. Those people spread out into our community and they tell somebody else and they tell somebody else, and the learning and the education goes out. It only takes 2 people to start a trend. One tells the other, then look at Facebook, for God's sake. So, this is something that continually reaps benefits in our community. By people coming together, they learn, they talk about it at coffee the next morning or at the co-op or wherever they go. It happens all the time.
That's true. And I think if we continue to provide excellent programming, which we always have, if we continue to provide excellent programming, then our community will know what to expect. And we'll be part of their calendar.
I'm not sure which word you used, whether it was strategic or relevant or both when you talked to me about programming the first time, but if you put those 2 words together, that's the meaning I got from you. So How in the world do you decide what is strategic and relevant when you're talking about Eisenhower? It seems like everything is.
Everything is, and I think that that's part of what's so interesting to me. I continue to read about him, of course, and learn new, particular details about his presidency. And the fact that we can still speak to those issues today, even, it's really important to me to make sure that everybody understands that that the things that he dealt with during his presidency, we still talk about, we still have issues with.
So you would have been proud of me. On Saturday, yes, on Saturday I was teaching a course with my partner, who we work at the under the blessing of the Dickinson County Sheriff's Office, and we had a course which included an elected official. We've had lots of people go through our classes. So anyway, I learned, as I taught this course for now since 2006, I said, I'm teaching the law, and the first 200 people that took the course had no clue on what that law stands on. And I said, so they'll never remember what I'm teaching them. So I rewrote the first 4 or 5 slides in the script a little bit, and I talk about why the United States is different, what the founding documents meant, and how our laws fit into that. So as I'm having that discussion this week, it came into my mind that this is a perfect time to talk about the prosperity of the 1950s and 60s, the 8 years of peace and prosperity rolled off my tongue like that, So as I talked about that, it gave understanding to these people that we're a different nation now than we once were. And over time, people change, and you have to be reminded. Well, that's what you folks do every day.
Every day.
You remind people of a section of our history that's so relevant to what we do today and gives us context.
Well, I recently had the opportunity to be at the National Archives building in DC, and part of the tour, if you will, was to go through the rotunda and look at those original governing documents, and it was really quite an emotional moment. These are the documents that created our country.
Sam will have to correct me. Was it the broadside copy, the 21 of 27 copies of the Declaration of Independence? Was that the correct name? She's shaking her head, yes. So we talked about that because we got to see that document here. And I said in front of the class this weekend, what was so special to me were I followed a class of kids, elementary school children, through the museum on one of the days it was on exhibit, and how they were awestruck by its presence. I thought maybe they'd be awestruck by Ninja Turtles, but not so much with an old piece of paper and a glass. But to see and hear the limit of their conversation was awestruck that their history of their country was in front of them. Is that a win or what?
It really is. And that's something that's very special about the National Archives and what it is we do holistically as an agency. That's really amazing to be able to hold those documents in perpetuity for our nation.
Very cool. So what else did Sam put on your list?
Well, I think we should talk about the holidays, because if I understand correctly...
The holidays are here, sport.
Okay. And maybe I'm not quite ready.
Okay, well, when this comes on, the next day
I'll be ready
will be Thanksgiving.
So we have on Sunday, December 3rd at 2 o'clock is our annual holiday concert with the Abilene Municipal Band.
And that's always fun.
I'm really looking forward to this.
Great band.
I love that band.
It's a great band.
And I also was told that we will have a 20% discount in our gift shop that day.
That's always good.
They have some cute things too.
So I took a picture of the barn in a box.
Oh, you like that?
Oh yes, my middle daughter. I said, if this were the holidays or you were 12 again, I'd be mailing this to you. Of course, if she were 12 again, I wouldn't have to mail it to her because she'd still be home instead of Washington State.
There's some cute gifts in there.
She said cute barn, that's what she said, cute barn. So if you need a cute barn, there's one
The barn
over
is
there.
cute. My granddaughter's too young for me to buy it yet, but
Oh, no, it can't be too young.
Yeah, she's 10 months old. So.
She's alive. You buy her a horse. That's the way that works. Get that started right.
Rob, I did not tell him to say that.
I did.
So, and then the other thing to remember is that we are available, our buildings are available for rental during the holidays. Our Christmas tree's going up at the end of this week, I think. I'm really excited to see it.
Okay.
I haven't been here for the holidays, so this is all new.
Well, that's good. Abilene does a pretty good job with the holidays.
I saw the Christmas trees on 3rd Street.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, 3rd Street. We put Christmas trees up and down 3rd Street, lights up and down town.
So excited.
Much of that was initiative of the everyday citizen when their organizations didn't have the money or staffing to do it anymore. Just regular people stepped up and made that continue. Good thing.
I'm really excited about it.
Okay, so the holidays are upon us, which means 2018 is upon us. And that's where we started the conversation. So as this goes out next week and it's on television, on the internet, by the time people will have watched this, 2018's a blink away. Progress comes quickly around
This is the
here.
fastest year ever.
Yes, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's reasons for that.
Don't.
None of which we want to talk about. No. So it just goes by.
Blink
like
of the
that.
eye.
But the good thing is you're here.
Yep.
We're here.
Yes, we are.
This is here.
Yes, it is.
And that is a great thing for all of us.
So yeah, we're looking forward to next year. I think we're going to have some great things to share.
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of stress for you, but fun for us as we watch your staff continue to put artifacts on display, temporary exhibits, continue to keep the public engaged while you work on the museum building to renovate and redeploy history over there. And also 2018 is going to be in a blink too, so we'll have all of that available to us very quickly.
It really is going to go fast. I know it is.
Yeah, super duper stuff. So what else have you got on your list?
Let's see, what did we do? Oh, we didn't talk about the Arts Council of Dickinson County's Film Festival.
Okay.
So beginning in the middle of January for a month, we are going to have a movie every Sunday at 2 p.m. I have not seen the list of the titles yet, though, so that should be coming out soon.
Okay.
But I'm looking forward to that. A movie at 2 p.m.
That's always a cool thing. The Arts Council, long-standing partnership here, it's done a lot of cool things for and with the museum.
Yeah, we're excited to be partners with everybody. We'll still have our evening programs as well. Let's not forget the evening programs.
Any K-State projects coming up next year we know about? Institute for Civil Discourse and Democracy?
We're working on it.
Working on it?
We're working on it.
That's a cool group to work with. I've been involved in some of that. They've brought some really good things here over the years.
Well, what we're planning for our evening events is going to be different. And like this one might be a lecture, and the next one might be a movie, and the next one might be a music concert. And so I think we're going to give some variety to our evening events.
Good. Very good. So we have 5 minutes left, I'm thinking. So we haven't asked you a single question yet about you and the library. You've been here a little while. What do you think?
I think that the staff is amazing. I think that I'm always impressed with how much the staff knows, because everybody's an expert content in something in particular. And so I'm learning that if you want Kansas history, you go to this person. And if you want weapons, you go to this person. And that's one of the things that I love about museum and library people, is that we have our own little niche expertise. So that's wonderful. The people who work outdoors, who keep this beautiful campus immaculate for our guests and our visitors, just amaze me. The number of compliments that we get every day about how people enjoy coming here is beautiful.
So I want to add my compliment to it. I think the work speaks for itself, but I so enjoy that when I come here wearing a suit and I'm cruising across the campus at a 5.5 mile an hour walk, I see one of the guys and I wave, or they see me and wave and call me by name, and they're always friendly, always smiling, always saying, what can I do to help? Do you need to carry anything?
They are.
It's
a good group of people.
Great group of people.
But to me, it reflects Kansas in general, because all the Kansans that I've met have been just absolutely wonderful, delightful people.
So, and in the last 2 weeks, you've learned what hedge apples are and
snow fence.
Snow fence.
Is that right? Snow
Yeah.
fence? Yeah, snow fence.
I tell you, progress.
Yeah, we don't talk about snow fences in Louisiana.
No, not much. Or hedge apples, evidently.
No, not apples.
Okay. All right. So enjoyed the conversation. I'm thinking we're out of time. We'll see you again next month, I'm pretty certain, around the middle of the month.
I'll be here when you tell me to be here.
Okay. Well, when she tells me to be here, I'll be here, and then I'll tell you.
All right.
All right. Any sign-off comments?
Thanks
Happy
for coming.
holidays.
Happy holidays,
Thanksgiving,
everybody.
all of that stuff. We're so thankful that Dwight David Eisenhower gave us a chance to be here to say these things and do this work for him and his legacy, because we're so grateful he did what he did for us.
Absolutely.
Right? I'm Dennis Weeks. I work for Eagle Communications. This is Dawn Hammett. She's the Executive Director of the Eisenhower Presidential Library, Museum and Boyhood Home. We wish you a great day.